This video will discuss chapter 12.6, surface area of prisms. So we're going to talk about lateral area and surface area. And so lateral area is the area of the faces, not the bases, just the faces. And so the lateral area is the perimeter of the base times the height. So you got to figure out what the base is, take the perimeter of that, multiply it times the height, and you'll get the lateral area, which again, remember, is the area of the faces of the figure, not the bases of the figure. And then to find surface area, you're going to take the lateral area, which you found up here, and you're going to add it to the area of the base times 2. So it's lateral area plus the area of the base times 2. Or you could see it right there substituting, and this is kind of the way a lot of times people write the formulas on the bottom, because lateral area can also be written as perimeter of the base times the height. So it's perimeter of the base times the height plus 2 times the area of the base will give us the surface area. Again, we're going to talk at one point about why these formulas exist, but we're going to practice today kind of using these formulas. And so let's start with a rectangular prism like this one, and let's say, okay, if we want to find the lateral area, okay, which is the area of the 4 faces, right? So my base is this rectangle and this rectangle. I'm looking for the 4 rectangular bases around the outside. So the lateral area is going to be the perimeter of the base, which is 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 6 times the height, which is 8, right? So 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 6. Now, a lot of people have a different way of finding the perimeter, right? Some people may say 2 plus 6 is 8, 8 times 2. Either way, you get 2 plus, this should kind of get you up to 16. So the lateral area is going to be 16 times 8. And so if I go 16 times 8, I get a lateral area of 128 square inches. Right? So again, remember I'm talking about area now. All right, so 128 square inches, which is why, since I'm talking about area, it must be square. Okay, so it's perimeter of the base times the height. Now to find the surface area, what I would want to do is either, pretending for a second if I didn't know this, I would have to redo that. But since I know that let me pull this up for a sec. It's the lateral area plus 2 times the area of the base. Well, I already know what the lateral area is, right? So if I'm using this formula, surface area equals lateral area plus 2 times the area of the base. Well, I know that the lateral area is 128 because I figured that up here. So I don't necessarily have to do that again. If I didn't know that, I could figure out the perimeter and multiply times the height. And then I need to find the area of the base and multiply that times 2. So 2 times the area of the base is going to be 2 times 6, right? Because this is a rectangle, length times width. And so this is 12. So the surface area equals 128. 2 times 12 is 24. And so when I add this together, I should get 152 square inches. So my lateral area is 128, and then I'm adding the 2 bases to get me to 152. And so one way that you kind of see this is if I found the area of each of these 4 sides, right, the faces, in order to find the area of the surface area, the whole thing, I just need to add this base and this base. And so this is going to be an area of 12. This is going to be an area of 12. That means I need to add 2 12s, so that's where this 24 is coming from. Okay, and so that would be one way to find surface area. Now let's take another figure. This one is a triangular prism. And so now remember, and this is what's confusing about this, is that the triangles are the bases, the rectangles are actually going to be the face. And so if you look at this triangle, it's 8 by 15, and then this is the 17 is here, right? And so what we want to do is try to figure out, okay, what is let's start with the lateral area. And so the lateral area is going to be the perimeter of the base. Now remember, the base is the triangle. So sometimes people see this depending on how you're seeing the shape right now. The base is the triangle because there are 2 triangles and then there are 3 rectangular faces. So make sure you are not, if you're seeing it as laying on one of the rectangles, that's not the base, even though that may be the part that you see it sitting on top of. So the bases are these triangles. So the perimeter of the base, which is 8 plus 15 plus 17, so that's 40, times the height. Okay, and so the height is going to be this 20. So the lateral area is going to be 800 square meters. Now, if I know the lateral area, I want to find the surface area. I know surface area is going to be lateral area plus 2 times the base, times the area of the base. So again, I already know what the lateral area is because I just solved that part. Now, to find the area of the triangle, remember the triangle is my base. This is my base times height, right? So it's going to be 1/2 base times height. So this is going to be, hold on, so this is, I got to write this much smaller because I got to fit a lot in here. All right, so surface area is going to equal 800 plus 2 times 1/2 times 8 times 15. Right, so the area of the triangle is 1/2 base times height. I'm going to multiply that times 2, and then I'm going to add it to 800. So if, depending on how you wanted to do this, some people would go 8 times 15, get 120, take half of that, you would get 60, and then double that, you get to 120. Other people would see that this times this gives you 1, so 8 times 15 is 120. You know, some people go half of 4, 4 times 15 is 60, 60 times 2 is 120. No matter how we do this, we should end up getting ourselves to 120 on that side. So I got 800 plus 120, which means my surface area is going to be 920 square meters. All right, so that's all I got for you today on surface area of prisms. Remember that surface area and lateral area are obviously related. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to do the problems on the bottom of the page. I'll see you in class.